Hello everybody, my name is Cyberwolf and welcome back to Butterfly Soup 2. Last time we left off, we were filming a school project. Min helps Esther and Noelle carry the box with the tent in it. I don't understand why Akarsha keeps making those crass jokes about you two. It's not as if two girls can actually have sexual relationships. What the hell are you talking about? Yes, they can. Are you dense? Humans weren't evolved for that. The anatomy makes it impossible. How is it impossible? You can use other body parts, like your fingers. Fingers? You must be mistaken. Alright, wow, this episode really started off on a very different topic than how I expected it. Are we really having this conversation right now? No, it's true. I mean, girls love manga as a thing. What? Did you think lesbians gave up sex for life? Is she serious? How sheltered is she? Noelle is shocked that she doesn't speak for a while. Esther wipes sweat from off her brow and points at a clearing in the dry grass. That spot over there might look nice on film. Isn't it a bit close to the ravine, though? There's a steep downhill slope right behind it. So, it's not like the tent's gonna teleport backwards after we nail it down. Yeah, unless the typhoon blows us over, I think it'll be fine. Alright, I see that I'm outnumbered. But don't say I didn't warn you. Min hears rustling behind her. She turns around and sees Akarsha making a leaf pile. Wait, is she trying the exploding leaf thing? Akarsha, that's not allowed! As Noelle chases Akarsha, Min and Esther lay out their tent in the spot they pick. She's so freaking anal. She was probably sexually attracted to laws. I bet she loses her mind whenever she sees jaywalkers. She does! It's like she thinks someone's gonna go, "Good job, Noelle, you're the best for following the rules," and give her a gold star for it. Min squints in confusion at the steps to set up the tent. I can't picture this shit. Where did the poles go? They crisscross in the middle, see? Here, just hold the end and stick it through the metal ring. Like magic, the tent pops out into the third dimension. Holy shit, it's like a camping you're like a camping prodigy. Fuck, I can't read today. I mean, all I did was follow the instructions. Now we just have to drive the stakes into the ground. Min pounds each stake into the dirt with a large stone, enthralled that hitting something is actually constructive for once. Fuck yeah! Meanwhile, Esther takes her sketchbook out of the backpack and starts writing in it. What are you doing? Esther stops, looking embarrassed. I'm writing down what you said earlier as inspiration for my webcomic, like for character dialogue. I've started doing this whenever something interesting happens so I can remember it later. Huh? What did I say that was interesting? You said I was a camping prodigy, you know, instead of... Oh, progody, instead of prodigy. What's so special about that? They're pretty much the same anyway. Prodigy? I guess what she probably said. I don't know, I just thought it was a neat detail. Obviously, I'll only use it if you're okay with it, though. I mean, sure, I don't really care. What's it for again? A comic? Yep. What, like Garfield? Huh? No, nothing like that. It's still a work in progress, so basically it's about a bunch of teenagers who have the power to shift into alternate dimensions. It's kind of sci-fi-y, I guess. Oh, so like superhero comic? No, there's no supervillains or anything. All their problems come from the way they use their own powers. Like, while you're in a parallel universe, you're gone from your original universe, right? But what if you get tied up into something while there and can't come back? That'd suck ass. I wouldn't get to see Dia or my friends anymore. Exactly. No one from the world you left behind would know why you disappeared, and you'd become a missing person there. I always get so stressed about that when reading Narnia and time travel stories. Never heard her talk this much before. She must really be hyped about this, her webcomic. Anyway, a lot of miscommunication happens between the characters because of issues like that. No offense, but I can't stand stories that revolve around misunderstandings. It's so frustrating when the whole problem is literally just people being bad at talking. If you hurt someone, it should be on purpose. Those kinds of problems are the most realistic. In real life, people hurt each other by accident all the time. Like how? You know how before our school became 93% Asian, it used to be a football team? it used to have a football team. They died because Asians don't care about football, right? Same as the real baseball team. Yeah, no one would go to the games. As a last-ditch effort to help them last year, my math teacher offered us 2 points of extra credit for coming to a football game. So I went, to help my grades. But as soon as I got home, my dad yelled at me for going to a game instead of studying. He didn't get that we had the exact same goal, me getting good grades. Wait, what ethnicity are you? Huh? I'm black and Chinese. And your dad's the black one? Yeah, he is. I didn't know black people cared about grades. Oh my god. That's like pretty racist of you to say. Bewildered, Min completely missed the tent stake she was trying to hit. Huh? How is it racist? Because it is. Why would you assume black people don't care about their grades? I didn't mean it as a diss or anything. I don't care about grades either. It's not like I was looking down on them. But why even bring my race into it like that? I was just asking a question. Didn't you bring up race first? You were talking about Asians. I'm Asian, so I'm allowed to say that. Sure, whatever. If I knew you'd be so fucking sensitive about it, I wouldn't have asked in the first place. Wow, so instead of saying sorry, you're insulting me? Why the hell should I apologize? I wasn't even trying to be offensive. It's not like I purposely called you the N-word or something. Wow, thanks for not calling me the N-word. I'm just saying you're overreacting. There's real racist people out there who hate minorities, and you're calling me racist just because I accidentally made one little mistake? It's not just one little mistake. You say weird, ignorant stuff like this all the time. No, I don't. Like what? Like when you randomly told me my hair was flat? What was I even supposed to say to that? Yours too? Get a grip. It's not even real racism. You're obviously trying to explain what racism is to me, a black and Chinese person. Look, I'm a minority too. Us fighting is so dumb. You being Asian doesn't mean you're not racist. The worst racism I ever seen was when I went to China. God, you're being so stupid. Esther throws her steak down and storms off. Dumbfounded, Min just stands there with her heart racing a mile a minute. How did it blow up like this? I wasn't even trying to start something. Shit, did anyone else hear us fighting? Min nervously looks around, paranoid that her friends heard what happened. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if they did. Min frantically hammers the last stake into place, her stomach churning with a mixture of shame and panic. She hears footsteps behind her and nearly has a heart attack when she turns and sees Krissa walking over. Oh fuck. What if Esther told Krissa I'm racist against black people? She's black too. I don't want her to hate me. She might even kick me off the team. Need any help with the tent? Nah, I'm good. I guess you could say it's not tent to be. I should be extra careful not to offend her. Huh, great joke. Thank you, I feel like not enough people appreciate my puns. Having donned her reporter costume, Noelle returns to place a sleeping bag inside the tent. Men, it's your turn to get changed. Where'd Esther go? We're about to start shooting. I can't tell her Esther left because she thinks I'm racist. She randomly walked off. What? How come? Who knows? She's so weird. In the park's restroom, Min quickly changes into her evil hunter getup. I'm gonna be sweating buckets wearing all this in this weather. Thank God they couldn't find the hat, or it would have been even worse. Dia perks up when Min rejoins the group. You look cool. You should get a coat like that for real. Normally, this would send Min over the moon, but she feels so sick to her stomach she can't properly appreciate it. Thanks. It's me, your racist girlfriend. Dia definitely wouldn't want to be with me anymore if she found out I was racist. Do I look okay? You look so cute in glasses. Is this a character from something? It does kind of give off nerdy animal lover energy. No idea. Esther, I like your hair. Oh yeah? Thanks. Bun buddies. Bun buddies. They begin shooting the first scene in front of some trees. This is Channel 2 News, reporting from Boise, Idaho. Environmentalists have been in an uproar ever since the Obama administration approved the delisting of gray wolves from the endangered species list. Even replaying the conversation in her mind is getting Min worked up again. I can't believe Esther had the nerve to call me racist. When we were in Florida, kids used to call me and my brother chinks and try to beat us up. Why would I be racist when I hate racists more than anyone? It doesn't make sense. I wasn't even trying to insult her. Like, good luck going through life getting offended by every tiny thing you see. Right? Are my standards just totally messed up or something? Min stomps on a random twig and crushes it into tiny pieces beneath her combat boots. What's wrong? I'm just having a weird day. Do you think I'm racist? No? How come? You're good to me, and curious about other cultures. Why? No reason, just checking. Okay, we got it. Let's move to the next shot. Dia goes over to stand in front of the camera. Ma'am, can you introduce yourself?
I'm an environmentalist with a degree in wildlife psychology. My research has led me to believe that.
Bro, can you speak up a little? After a few takes, they manage to capture a halfway audible clip of Dia talking. They move on to the next scene. Soon it's time for the evil hunter interview. Min reviews her lines before getting into place. Okay, I'm set up. Action. Next, I'm interviewing a hunter who's camped out into the Idaho wilderness. Hello there, how do you feel about the removal of gray wolves from the endangered species list? Esther could straight up ruin my whole life if she said anything right now. Yes? Give me a minute, I just woke up. It's the afternoon. The sleeping bag I was sleeping on was full of rocks. Anyway, I feel ecstatic about the delisting. I can't wait to kill tons of wolves. Hold up, cut. You skipped a line. What line? The part about the delisting removed protections for wolves from hunters. Oh, right. Hello there, how would you feel about the removal of gray wolves from the endangered species list? I feel ecstatic. The delisting removed protections for wolves in Idaho and sweating profusely. Min tries to focus and remember her line. Ma'am? Hello? Don't call me ma'am. What? Why not? I don't like it. I'm not a woman or something. Are we talking about your character or in real life? Come on, don't break the fourth wall. After Min botches their 10th try, Noah looks about ready to explode. Are you even trying right now? We're going to be stuck here all day because of you. Shut up. I am too trying. Why don't we take a little break? It'll probably help us all reset. Yeah, let's go stare at the lake or something. We can hide all our backpacks and stuff in the tent. I guess it can't hurt. Oh no, I feel like someone's gonna steal our stuff. Group trudges over the lake. Dia sits down with Min by the water's edge. Look at the lake. Just take some deep breaths. I hate naturey lakes like this. Why? It's nice here. It just reminds me of shit that happened to me in Florida. What happened? I mean, it's pretty much the same as the other stories I told you. I was just on a field trip that got ruined by racists. So now places like this are cursed. So what did you mean earlier? What about not being a woman? Do you mean age-wise? Oh, it's hard to explain. I've never really told this to anyone before. It's probably going to be confusing. It's okay. I don't really like being thought of as a girl. But I'm not 100% removed from it, if that makes sense. Being called a woman or a lady is way worse, like, disgusting. I definitely don't want strangers seeing to me to this, oh, that's a woman. What do you want them to think? I don't know. I'm still figuring that part out. Dia tilts her head, perplexed. Don't get me wrong, girl's my favorite gender. Like, you're a girl, and you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I just only feel any connection to being a girl is really specific situations. No, I know. Sorry, just trying to wrap my head around it. Can I still call you my girlfriend? Yeah, I like being your girlfriend. And I like being lesbian. I'm not that into the being a girl part, but I relate super hard with the no interest in men part. It's more stuff like being called ma'am or Mrs. that really skeeves me out. I know it doesn't make that much sense, like, gender's not real in the first place, so... No, it makes sense. I feel like I already knew that before you said it. You're okay with it? To Min's relief, Dia nods. It's very you. It's kind of cool. You're like a gender outlaw. Yeah, that's me. I'm so lucky to have the sweetest, kindest, purest girlfriend in the whole world who has to be protected at all costs. I definitely can't let her find out about the racist thing. Esther is sitting with Grace and Saida on a nearby log. Should I try and talk to her? That might piss her off even worse. I probably shouldn't. I wish my hair would grow prematurely gray. Having white hair would be so cool. Me too. Even though no one else would see it. That's not true. I can show my hair to my family and other girls. It's true. She used to charge other girls $20 to see her hair in the girls' bathroom. How'd you know? Did you pay to see it? Yup. If you're interested, Esther, I'll let you see it for a special discount of $10. I'll pass. You sure? Limited time offer. Why is it limited time? Your hair's always gonna be there. For all you know, it could be dyeing and I could be dyeing it a crazy new color every day. It could be blue, purple, pink, and you'll never know unless you check. Oh crap, maybe I should pay to see it again. You're seriously falling for that? Alright, let's study the lines. Min rereads the script. When she reaches to the end of the packet, she flips it over to make sure there's nothing on the back. To her horror, the backside is covered in a dense array of numbers and numerical operations. The heck is this? It looks like a serial killer wrote on it. Oh, it's a puzzle I made up. Using the digits 1, 2, 5, and 7, only once each, you create expressions using any operations that result in each integer from 0 to 10 to 100. What the actual hell would possess you to do that? It's called curiosity. When I look at a clock, I like to make the numbers do this. When I look at a clock, it's cause I want to know what time it is. God, you're fucked in the head. Min continues watching the clear rippling water. All of a sudden, Noelle yelps and turns indignantly to Akarsha. Did you just throw a rock at me? No, maybe it was the water. The water threw a rock at me? It was just a little pebble, right? I bet the waves could have picked it up. She definitely threw that rock at her. Krista sighs from the bench she and Liz are sitting on. Why is it that wherever we go, we end up babysitting people? Do you think it's firstborn child syndrome? You might be onto something. My siblings are pretty immature, so it's usually up to me to make sure the house doesn't burn down. What if you start acting really immature too? Then someone else will be forced to pick up the slack. How do you propose we do that? I don't know, maybe we should start talking with no filter. Instead of thinking about what we say, we just say whatever pops into our minds first. Very interesting. After the brief break, the group gets back to filming. Take 11, action. Hello, hello, how do you feel about the removal of gray wolves from the endangered species list? I feel ecstatic. The delisting removed protections for wolves in Idaho and Montana. Now it's legal for me to hunt them. I can't wait to kill tons of wolves. Finally. When they finally get through the whole scene, Dia rewards Min with a quick peck on the cheek. Good job. I'm all sweaty and nasty right now. You don't have to do that. You're not nasty. I don't mind it. Noelle grumbles as she sits next to Akarsha at a picnic table and takes a sip of water. I still can't believe you threw a rock at my face. Hey, that is a gross exaggeration. Wait, so you admit it was you who threw it now? First of all, I lobbed it. Second of all, I lobbed it at her neck, not her face. Well, it hit my face. Intent matters here. You're making it sound way worse than it really was. Yeah, intent does matter. I didn't mean to hurt Esther's feelings either. Jeez, she is really all over this. Min uneasily glances over at Esther. She's reviewing the footage on the camcorder. Wish this whole thing never happened. Okay, we're good to start the wolf family interview. Yes! I call being the wolf mom. Wait, I wanted to be the mommy too. Well, I definitely don't want to be in the dad. It can be two moms. Adopted. Wolf Mom and Wolf Mom 2. Wolf Mom 2 definitely sounds like the inferior one, though. There's gotta be a way to make them sound equal. Like how there's always two versions of Pokemon, like Diamond and Pearl. Does this really matter? Hey, this is the scene where I kill a Karsha, right? Aren't I supposed to have a gun? Oh, I brought a Nerf gun you can use. It's in the tent with the other stuff. Okay, I'll get it. Min rummages through the duffel bag, costumes in search of the Nerf gun. Wait, Min, is the microphone in there too? I don't know, look for it yourself. Noelle sneezes as she steps into the dusty tent. Achoo! Shut up. Shut up? Noelle joins Min by the duffel bag. Suddenly Noelle frowns at her. What, you got a problem or something? For one heart-stopping moment, Min's sure she's exposed as a racist somehow. But she soon realizes Noelle is just glaring at the dirt that she tracked into the tent. You wore your boots inside? You're getting dirt everywhere. Oh, that's it? It's just barely anything. You got a leaf on the sleeping bag already. See? So brush it off, who cares? I care. You're the one responsible, so you should be the one to brush it off. It's just one fucking leaf. Stop splitting hairs over nothing. You're the one being difficult here. Just apologize and get the leaf off. You really want me to get that leaf off? Take this. Min grabs one end of the sleeping bag and swings it at Noelle. He whaps Noelle on the torso. Hey, I'm telling on you. Go ahead and try it, you turbo nerd. Noelle sees a handful of the sleeping bag as Min tries to land another blow. You gormless brute. You fucking mean... the fuck you mean I'm wormless? Take that back. Min yanks the sleeping bag hard. It slips from Noelle's grasp and Min hurtling backwards. Oh, fuck. Whoa! Min loses her balance completely and falls backwards into the wall of the tent. She hits the ground butt first, pinning the fabric to the tent down with her weight. The tent collapses, blanketing its occupants in nylon. Min feels herself sliding backwards down a slope. The tent's rolling down the hill! Min and Noelle blindly tumble down the hill with their limbs wrapped in the tent, screaming all the way. Ah! Eventually, they crash into a large bush at the bottom of the ravine. Oh my god. Min crawls out of the tangled mess, spitting dirt and twigs out of her mouth. Pah! Pah! Oh, how I despise you. Noelle gathers a tent from her arms and tries to trudge back up the park in her socks. What happened to your shoes? I took them off before coming into the tent like a civilized person. See, this is why keeping them on is better. I win. No, you don't. This situation would never arise under normal circumstances. Look how much faster I'm walking than you. See? Loser. Min looks back and sees how far Noelle is. She looks pretty pathetic, dragging the tent through the dirt. Min reluctantly goes back and yanks the tent away from her. What's the matter with you today? What? Generally speaking, you strike me as someone who can't take criticism. But you haven't blown up on me like this for months. Did something happen between you and Esther? What? No, why? During our scene, you kept eyeing her like she was going to bite you. Oh, hell. If even fucking Noelle can tell, I might as well be wearing a neon sign around a neon sign around saying what happened. We sort of got in a fight. She got all offended by something I said. What did you say? I don't even want to say it. It's so fucking embarrassing. I kind of was like, I didn't know black people cared about grades. What? Why? I don't know. None of my classmates, and none of my classes ever had black people in them, so I felt I was learning something new from the story she was telling me. I was just trying to express that. So you decided to tell her you held a bigoted belief that only changed after a random anecdote she shared? I wasn't thinking, okay? It's easy to pick apart now in hindsight, but the whole thing happened in like 5 seconds. I didn't even have anything against her, or black people in general. Come on, you know me. When I hate someone, I let them know. Yes, I'm well aware of that. So it should have been obvious I didn't mean anything by it. When people do Asian accents or say weird stuff about Koreans, I don't flip out. You don't? That time you were walking and got, konnichiwa'd, you were furious. That was coming from a white creep, and it was clearly hateful. But if it's just a joke or something worded insensitively, it shouldn't always mean a person actually hates Asians. I'm not sure I follow your logic here. Are you saying that as long as something's not intentionally hateful racism, it doesn't bother you? Yeah, it doesn't, because I'm not a sensitive crybaby. But if you had a choice, wouldn't you rather they not say those things? Well, duh. If you could press a button and magically no one ever said that stuff again, that'd be cool. Then it does bother you. Okay, yeah, maybe it would bother me a little, but I wouldn't make a huge stink about it. If it bothers you, shouldn't it make sense to complain about it? If I were some weak-ass sissy, sure, but I'm not, so I don't sweat that kind of small stuff. But we just established that you are bothered by it. You just deny it because, in your eyes, it's weakness to admit you're hurt, because of the tough guy act you have going on. Noelle's got this insufferably smug expression on her face, like she discovered a misprint in an exam that no one else has found. I think I understand now. Understand what? You weren't even there! You think Esther is overreacting because in similar situations, you do nothing. When she told you your response was racist, you were enraged by her audacity to complain about things you suffered, though, through in silence. Admitting that you genuinely hurt her feelings, you require the admission that you've been hurt before too. And your fragile ego cannot allow that. Shit, maybe she's onto something. In conclusion, Esther's right, you're wrong, and you're racist. This sucks so bad. Covered in dirt and twigs, Min struggles to put the tent back up. Are you okay? Not really. I feel like absolute dog shit. Oh no. I just want to hide what I did. I want to dig a hole and bury my terrible truth where no one will ever find it. What happened? I don't really want to talk about it. At a loss of how to handle the situation, Dia quietly helps her pitch tent. Oh no. Huh? Look. Dia points a malformed looking butterfly clinging to the tent fabric. Oh, you. What's wrong with its wing? It's all crinkled. I think it's stuck like that. It's so sad. Maybe it's because of the false spring. False spring? It's when it's super warm, but it's still winter. It messes up a lot of animals because they think it's spring when it's not. Maybe the weird environment messed it up while it was forming. Dia tries to get the deformed butterfly to crawl onto a twig. It's hard to watch. Is that what I'm like? Because I grew up with racists and got taught the worst lessons ever? I feel like I went through hell and came out the other side in the most monumental, fucked shape. Most monumentally fucked shape. What do you mean? Dia, you would never break up with me, right? No. What if I did something bad? I mean, like, really bad. What did you do? Are you sure you wouldn't break up with me, though? What did you do? Min tells Dia what happened, bracing herself for the worst. And that's why Esther is mad at me. That wasn't very nice of you. Sounds like something racist, my mom would say. Yeah, I know. Poor Esther. Comic sounds cool, too. Do you hate me now? I mean, it was bad, but at least you realized it. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes racist mistakes. But it's not like people are born knowing things either. Everyone has blind spots. How come you've never offended someone like I did then? Well, Dia really doesn't really talk that much. I don't talk to people very literally. So most of the mistakes just happen in my mind. Well, then how come Noelle doesn't offend people? I mean, she was pretty ignorant about gay people before we started dating. When people said the narrator of The Great Gatsby was gay in our English class, she got all scandalized and argued against it. She kept insisting there had to be another explanation, but I think she just was grossed out by the thought of it. That's not as bad as insulting someone's entire race, though. I'm not trying to say she messed up worse. My point is, she got better about it. She wouldn't do that anymore. so I wouldn't hold it against her. Just because you were ignorant about something doesn't mean you're bad forever. I don't know, it doesn't undo the fact that I was racist to Esther already, and now she hates me. Did you say sorry? No. She might not forgive you, but you should at least tell her. Min feels such anguish upon hearing Dia's suggestion that it takes her a moment to sputter something out. But no one ever apologized to me. To Min's horror, her eyes fill up with tears. So many people did way worse things to me, and they never said sorry. None of my racist bullies ever said sorry. My dad never said sorry. Why is it only me who has to say sorry, when what I did wasn't even as bad? It's not fair. Dia pulls her into her arms and hugs her very tightly, as if trying to squeeze all the grief out of her body. Min leans into her warmth, letting her familiar touch as the steady rhythm of her heartbeat calms her down. What happened to you wasn't fair. But that doesn't mean you should be unfair too, or you'll just continue the cycle. You can apologize even if they don't. But it's not fair. I want them to suffer. I want them to die. If I just forget about them, that doesn't mean they got away with everything. That means they won and I lost. But isn't losing worse to let people you hate keep controlling your life? It's like that saying, if you seek revenge, dig 2 graves. Is it worth it to hurt yourself in the name of fairness? Is that what I'm doing? Crashing the car just to get back at them? 2 graves are you and the person you get revenge on, by the way. Not 2 different people you killed. No, I got that. You're right. Why should I let those pieces of shit keep controlling me even years later? If nothing they did mattered, that'll show them. Yeah! Yeah! Min dashes off and finds Esther setting up the next scene. What took you so long? Everyone's ready to do the wolf death scene. Let me talk first. Esther gives her a guarded look. That depends. Sorry I was an asshole earlier. I shouldn't have said that racist stuff about black people and the weird stuff about your hair. Yeah, you shouldn't have. You're right. I should have known better. I know how much it sucks looking different from everyone else. Esther lets out a sigh, looking exhausted. You think people would know, but they don't. It's like being kicked on both sides. I go through all the same stuff as everyone else at this school, but no one sees me as one of them. Everyone thinks because I'm not pure Asian, I'm not as smart or don't study as much. Don't worry, I don't think that. I learned my lesson. I'm not racist anymore. Yeah, you are. Huh? You're literally still racist. All you did was apologize for one specific thing. But what else am I supposed to do then? Try to educate yourself and not say random crap about other ethnicities? And say sorry the next time you're racist instead of being all rude and defensive? Next time, that makes it sound like it's gonna happen again. Honestly, it probably will. So, you're saying I'll always be racist no matter what I do? Min looks so horrified that Esther gives her a pitying look. I mean, literally everyone on Earth is ignorant to some degree about something. For my webcomic, I tried to research albinos and double amputees the best I could, but I'm still not sure I portrayed everything right. A double amputee? What the fuck is going on in her comic? No one's perfect. You just gotta do your best and learn from your mistakes. Oh, okay. But I hate thinking I'm going to make a different mistake at some point, and have to apologize again. It's fucking mortifying. I mean, it shouldn't be mortifying to admit you were wrong about something. I guess it shouldn't be. Hey, are we ready to party? Yeah, let's do it. So are we good for now? I guess. Can I still use the prodigy thing you said earlier? Huh? Yeah, knock yourself out. Alright, well, I'm glad things have gotten better on a nicer note, but I have been reading in games for like the last 2 hours, so I am very, very tired of talking in general, so I'm gonna end this video off here. We'll continue along next time. I guess we'll probably finish up the this little class project. But if you want to play this game for yourselves, I will leave a link to it in the description down below, as well as a link to the playlist of the original game as well. But thank you all so much for watching. Please give this video a like, please share with friends, and don't forget to subscribe on your way out. This is Cerebral, signing off.